Good morning, community. Jill here with North Texas Vegetable Gardening, Canning Recipes, a little bit of everything. We are so over this heat. I know you guys hear that from me every year, but we are really so over this heat. Haven't showed you the big high tunnel in a while, guys. And this is what it looks like. So it looks like some of our tomato plants, especially the cherry variety, are starting to bounce back. Here's some of the bigger ones in the back. I think that they're looking pretty good considering. Now we're supposed to get down to cooler temps starting on Monday. So if that happens, we really expect to start to see some of these start to bud out. So we had Charlotte's going home service this past Wednesday. And it was a very nice, quaint little service. Just keep us in your prayers, especially Greg. And now it's back to work. Our paprika peppers just keep on giving. Thank the Lord for that, because we are making smoked paprika for our spices. The big sweet potato bin is just about at the end of its life cycle. We're going to let it go a little bit longer and see, guys, because we want to try to get some good old sweet potatoes. Bush beans and dill are coming up quite nicely. And our onion starts are doing very, very well. So this morning we're going to talk about Bokashi. And what is Bokashi? It is a way of composting with bran that is a fermentation anaerobic, and you can do it very quickly in a 5-gallon bucket, just like this. So we keep this in our kitchen and we add our scraps to it. Now the great thing about Bokashi is you can add anything to it. You can add your bones, you can add meat, you can add your vegetable scraps. All of it will be very good for your soil. And so I'm going to put it in my raised bed right here to get ready to plant. I think the winter is cabbage from you guys, but I hadn't been able to plant it, guys, because we've been very, very hot. Next week we're going to be cooler, so we're going to shoot for that. So let's see what this looks like. Ta-da! Now don't be alarmed if you see white mold. White mold is good. It means that the process took. And so what we're going to do is we're going to bury this in this raised bed, and it's very important that you bury it. This is not something you can sprinkle, get back, on top. So this is what it looks like after I stirred it up, guys, and I've gone ahead and dug me a hole here. I think I'm going to put about 4 holes in this flower bed. All right, so I got it buried in there, and it's real important, guys, that you bury your Bokashi compost. Now again, you use a 5-gallon drum or a 5-gallon bucket that you get, and you have to seal it. That is the key. So what you would do is you'd start out with your Bokashi bran, and you can buy that, and that's B-R-A-N. And you throw a handful down in the bottom of the bucket. Layer some of your kitchen compost or some of your kitchen scraps in there, and then put a little bit more Bokashi on top, close it up, make sure it's airtight. And every time you add so much of a layer in your bucket, you want to add some Bokashi, and then you're going to seal it up. And it takes about 14 to 21 days, and then it's ready to go. So the term Bokashi means organic composted matter, and it is a Japanese term. So let me tell you what it's done for us. We had some aphids a couple of years ago on our okra plants, and Greg went and buried 5 full buckets of Bokashi. And guys, it really doesn't take you that long to fill one up, but and the aphids disappeared. So not only is it going to help build organic matter and effective microbes in your soil, it's also going to help with insect, because if you have healthy soil, then the insects won't attack. So aphids are brought in by too much nitrogen. This Bokashi will help level some things out. So we put eggs in there, we put all of our vegetable scraps, we put bones in there, we put chicken, anything really will work, because it is a fermentation process that happens while you are keeping it sealed after you add more of your brand, B-R-A-N, Bokashi. You can get this stuff on Amazon, guys. Just go look for it, or you can get a Bokashi starter kit. Greg makes his own, and we're going to have some up on the website. I don't know when. So if you're looking to do this right now, you probably want to go ahead and look and see where you can find some. But if you want to wait, you can wait for his, because he does make his own, and he's making it in large 55-gallon drums, so that we will have plenty for the high tunnels. The great thing about Bokashi is you can add it to your tubs, maybe just a shovel full. Your containers, you can add it directly to the ground. You can add it to your raised beds. We do it all. We put it in all of our growing containers, whether it's in the ground, whether it's raised beds, or whether it's in these tubs in here, and it really does help. So I'm getting ready to put my cabbage in there, and I want some good organic rich matter. Now you cannot put, again, Bokashi on top. You either have to put it in the soil, and that finishes off the fermentation and the process, the composting process, or you can add a big 5-gallon bucket to your compost and let it do its magic. Now, to give it some extra zest, you can add a little bit of molasses, and you can add some of your EM1 effective microbes, and that gives it an extra powerful inoculant, because the molasses feeds your microorganisms that are growing in that bucket. Bokashi is a pretty new discovery, kinda. I'd say new. It was developed in the 1980s, and people have been using it ever since. Hello, Hank. He gave me kisses. Anyway, people have been using it ever since as a form of organic gardening. And you know that's what we do, guys, organic. And boy, it really beats you down sometimes when you're fighting the heat and you're fighting weeds and you're fighting the bugs. But this is one of the tools that we use that we are finding that is effective for us to keep us from using commercial fertilizers. We do not want to use commercial fertilizers. One of the reasons why you don't want to use commercial fertilizers is your plant then it's like a crack addict. If you start to feed them commercial fertilizers, then that is what they need, and that is what they will require to continue to prosper, and we're not going to use those, and we're not going to do it. That's another reason why you want to make sure that your seeds or your plants that you buy are organic, especially your seeds, because they have a memory, and if they have been grown and harvested from somewhere who used commercial fertilizer and commercial goods, then chances are your seed is not going to prosper into a good plant using these types of methods, because it's going to crave that commercial fertilizer. So while we're getting ready for our fall planting, we're also getting ready for our spring planting, and putting this Bokashi in your raised beds, if you're going to let them lay fallow over the winter, is a great way to get things composted and started, so when you're ready to plant, you're going to have some good soil. So guys, grab you some Bokashi bran, grab you a 5-gallon bucket, and start this process. We start it in our kitchen. We usually hide the bucket under a table or something, and that is how we get our Bokashi going. And again, it does not take you very long to fill that up if you're using all of your scraps, including your meat, your dairy, your eggs, your vegetable scraps, bones, anything will work. So wheat bran is one of the favored Bokashi brands that you can use. So guys, this is an excellent way to ensure that you have composted goods, and it's a very quick turnaround in the event you're unable to get you whatever it is you need to make your garden successful and to feed it. So I highly recommend the Bokashi method, and there's all kinds of videos out there. I wanted to let you guys know how we use it and how we do it, and how it has helped us in our gardens. So if you're new to our channel, we ask that you hit that subscribe button, you give us a thumbs up, and we will be in touch. Today we're going to go to the stockyards to see my sister. She is here from Australia, so it's going to be a family day this afternoon. We love you all. God bless you, and we'll see you soon.